I'm sorry. What did I just watch? Because Jenkins went live, and what was supposed to be a quick update turned into a chaotic mess of red flags, contradictions, and outright lies. And it wasn't just messy, it was exhausting. And the worst part? None of it was surprising. If you've been following the Jenkins saga, you probably knew something unhinged was coming. But this was next level. From yelling at kids on camera to substance rumors and the most baffling priorities ever, Drew pretty much confirmed everything we feared. And if you thought Stephanie was the only one losing the plot, Drew said, "Hold my pen," and turned the whole internet upside down. So buckle up because this live was not just cringe, it was a full blown disaster. Let's unpack every chaotic second. Drew Jenkins, Stephanie's partner, went on a live stream that quickly spiraled out of control. He dodged serious concerns while hyper focusing on irrelevant ones like kitchen pans. Denied allegations of substance use despite strong evidence and viewer concern. Lied about his and Stephanie's rehab story, contradicting past admissions and receipts.
Did at May, I think so. I got a letter, so I'm assuming it did. At Ange, new cooking pan set. We need to figure out what pans we want to get. Yeah, she just mentioned that to me. Let's see. Scroll down.
He yelled at his kids during the live stream, alarming viewers with his tone and words. Claimed to work full time but offered a work schedule that doesn't add up.
Well, I don't remember because I wasn't the one who bought them. I was at work, and I don't think she ever told me. So, and if she did, I've been doing other stuff, so I have a lot of other stuff on my mind. Why do I ever show my forehead? Because I'm reading the chat, and I don't know. I guess I'm kind of blind, so like holding it all the way out here is kind of difficult for me. But having it at that angle is just easier for me to read through chat. No, I'm not gonna do that on here. I'll probably do. I think I'm gonna start doing day in a life, but that might be a sub only thing. Clocking into the PS9 to 5. No, I think I played like 30 minutes today. Dang, sub only. I know. That's unfortunate. I am tired. I think I slept like 3 or 4 hours today, but it is what it is. Does the hoodie ever get washed? Okay, so this great. What is this? No, this is a black jacket. So, here, update for you guys. Okay, listen up. You guys remember the black hoodie, right? Let's change subject for a minute. You guys remember the black hoodie, my original black hoodie? Yeah. Okay, so all you guys remember that black hoodie that I always wore. So, do you guys want to say yes? No, you guys don't have. You can say no. I don't care. Anyway, for the ones who know that I always. What are you doing? Why are you rolling all on me?
Confirmed they might spend Christmas in a motel while still splurging on non-essentials. Denied owning a new cat, even though several signs point to one living with them. Claimed ignorance of Stephanie's posts, revealing a major disconnect between them. Here's the problem we're unpacking. Drew and Stephanie are normalizing instability while raising 7 kids in it, and they are using social media to distract from the reality. Let's rewind this circus and take it from the top. The cookware fiasco had people in full panic mode, and rightfully so. I mean, we're not just talking about slightly scratched up frying pan. We're talking about a pan so burnt and blackened it looks like it was used in a campfire. Stephanie literally fed the babies straight from it, like the pan itself was a plate. Who does that? So, of course, viewers asked the most reasonable question ever. Are y'all getting new pans? And Drew's answer? We're still deciding what pans to buy.
And sorry. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what if we're gonna get those pans or different pans. The fuck?
Checking your daddy's reflexes.
I'm sorry. What? You're sitting in a motel with 7 kids, and instead of talking about getting them clean beds or shoes that fit, you're doing brand comparison for non-stick cookware? I can't. Then things took a turn for the worse. And by worse, I mean emotionally gutting. Joe straight up yelled at one of their kids mid live stream, calling them crazy.
Um, Happy Halloween Eve. Make y'all summon a spirit or two. All right. Favorite restaurant? I don't have one. Eve, Leanne. I don't really. We don't go out to eat like that. What are you doing, crazy? Here.
Now, we don't know exactly which child it was, but a lot of people think it might have been Atlas, the younger one who viewers have speculated might be on the autism spectrum. And I don't care who it was. You do not call your child crazy, especially in front of thousands of people on the internet. What kind of message does that send? It's not just bad parenting, it's public humiliation. And sadly, it's not a one time thing. G is almost always yelling at the kids or cussing around them. It's like they don't know how to exist without chaos. And what really breaks my heart is that the kids probably think this is normal. And this is the moment where it flips because the denial game hit full throttle. Joe got asked directly about the rumors that he's been snowing and the internet code for certain substances. And he didn't flinch. He denied everything and even pulled out a clean date like it was a badge of honor. November 15th, 2018. He said he takes his sobriety seriously and only smokes weed.
Um, Definitely have my nose for a reason. No, Lena, I don't partake in anything like that. If you want to think so or continue to think so, I can remove you from here. My clean date is 11/15/18. So if you have any disagreements with that or whatever, that's on you. But that's something I take very seriously.
But besties, explain to me why viewers spotted a blue baggie with suspicious white residue in their bathroom. Are we supposed to believe it was baking soda? Who left it there? The cleaning fairy? If it wasn't Jew, was it Stephanie? Because if it wasn't either of them, then we've got bigger problems, like mystery drug fairies roaming motel bathrooms. Then he tried to clarify by saying he only started gardening a year ago. Let's be real. We all know that's just his cute way of saying he smokes weed.
I do. Was it Melanie? I do garden, and I've always said that, and that's aside from everything else. But my clean date still stands. I will not. I refuse to touch anything else.
Belly, you could probably
And I think I've only done gardening for like maybe a year.
And it just so happens to line up perfectly with when they started going viral on TikTok and finally getting money. So let me get this straight. You finally start making income, and the first investment isn't rent, isn't furniture, isn't healthcare for your kids. No, it's weed. Priorities left the chat, blocked you, and called CPS. So, plain English, whether it's no, weed, or both, the money isn't going toward the kids. It's going toward numbing reality while dragging 7 children through it. And then Drew really tried it. He had the audacity to claim that neither he nor Stephanie has ever been to rehab. Like, sir, we have the tapes. Stephanie has openly said she went to rehab after losing her caregiving patient, blaming it on grief. But even that story has cracks because her own mother said it was about drug use. And Drew? Let's not forget Alita's claims that he was deep into substance use and needed professional help to come back from it.
Comments. Just because I don't care. No, I just don't care. They're gonna be there. I really don't. I don't care. They do what they want to do. They're still. They're gonna do what they want to do, Melanie. It doesn't matter. I really don't care. They're out on the road. They're out in life. They're out in public. They're gonna be the flies. All they're gonna be flies. It's fine. I don't really care. No, Krista, I'm not, because we've pretty much been doing it all month on our own. So it is what it is. We've been figuring it out. You should care about some comments. Oh, yes, I do care about some comments. Yes, of course, Lauren, the lab, mom of two. I do care about some comments, but all the hate, I don't really care about. Crazy because you call your son a fly? No, I don't call my son a fly. You might be calling him a fly, but...
So why lie? Why pretend? That one lie made everyone side-eye everything else he said in that live stream. Then, of course, he addressed his haters. He said he loves them. Said he enjoys walking and driving to them like this is some kind of romantic comedy. And I am just sitting there like, Jew, this isn't your villain origin story. This is your parenting expose. And the difference between him and Stephanie, Jew lets the hate roll off him. But Stephanie, she bites, she snaps, she blocks. She even goes after paying subscribers and says she owes them nothing. But guess what? She doesn't mind cashing out that YouTube check though. Let's talk about Christmas. Because, y'all, the delusion is loud. G said they're figuring out their plans and might stay in the motel. Meanwhile, Stephanie has turned down every single housing option like she's shopping for beachfront property. She said her kids are too destructive for new homes. Ma'am, you're in a one-room motel. There is no space to destroy. The kids are sleeping elbow to elbow, and you're worried about trailer park trash duty? Please be serious. Quick reset. We are weeks away from Christmas. The kids are still stuck in that motel. Housing help is being rejected. And the energy is going toward decorations and tree shopping instead of a roof that isn't shared with strangers. Then there was the food stamps drama. Jude tried to dodge the topic at first, but eventually he admitted they'd been off food stamps for a month. And the timing? It matches Stephanie's recent crying live, where she was feeling bad for low-income families.
I tried to log back in.
Yeah, and
it said this account doesn't exist.
I know, I watched it. I watched. Is Bubba more a daddy's boy?
Daddy's a safe place.
I guess so. I guess he's my safe. I'm a safe place.
But he's mama's boy. He's my boy.
Oh, what's the name? Said that GoFundMe was reported.
Yeah, multiple times by a lot of different people.
Mac, what are you saying? Playgroups nearby? What do you? Oh, yeah. You're right.
But you can also see we haven't used any of the funds since then. All the donations are still there. So we didn't do anything with it.
Spare time besides gaming. I mean, cleaning, cooking. When I have the extra time, cleaning, cooking. I mean, when I have the time, I just freaking.
What are you doing to me?
When I have the extra time when I don't have to clean and cook and not game, I usually just go do gig work and just make money.
You're pretty much. I'd say you spend maybe at max an hour or two on game daily.
Yeah.
You're mostly going for work. Either of the two dogs. Or sleep, catching up.
You have time to get off the PS5. I haven't been on it. It's on right now, but I haven't played a single drop of it in about... time is it? Like 2 hours? Oh, get at me. Don't worry. I'm not worried about them. People want to know from me about the GoFundMe. I get that, but I know nothing about it, so I have to get information from her, because I didn't even go online to look at any of it. And that's at Skippy Lou. 2 hours made it seem like it was going to be longer. Well, when I played 2 hours ago, it was maybe for like 15 minutes.
It was on Mark's News for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I think I got through like one little section, and then we're watching TV again.
Yeah, we were watching TV.
What time is it?
But that wasn't empathy. Let's be real. That was projection, because they were benefiting from the system while also earning online. And instead of using that money for stability, they spent it on weed and live streams. Make it make sense. On the housing hunt, Drew claimed they're looking for a 3-bedroom but might settle for smaller and turn the living room into a makeshift adult bedroom, which sounds doable, but history says otherwise. These are the same people who rejected housing before and let the kids sleep on motel floors. So excuse me if I don't hold my breath. Then Drew said the words we all side-eyed. We do not have a cat. He said it 3 times like repeating it made it true. Meanwhile, we've seen cat food, cat tail flicks, and Stephanie literally cleaning up a litter box on camera. So either they have a ghost cat or Drew is just pretending reality isn't happening. Atlas bobbed in with a pacifier, and for a second, it felt like a sweet moment. Drew made him laugh, and viewers kind of melted. But then, the question started again. Why is a toddler who should be speaking still stuck with a pacifier 24/7? Drew said it's because he chews on random things like paper and plastic, and the pacifier is safer. Which, okay, might make sense. But also, why is he chewing paper? Why hasn't he been in therapy sooner? It took them over a year to even start getting him help after viewers begged them to. And then, one of the most revealing moments, Drew admitted he doesn't really keep up with Stephanie's posts. Someone asked about her sugar-loaded lemonade recipe, and he was like, huh? Stephanie had to jump in from the background to explain herself. For 2 people who say they are a team, they are clearly not on the same page. Actually, they're not even reading the same book. Let's talk about work, because Drew's schedule makes no sense. He says he works full-time, 40 hours a week, 5 nights a week, then casually adds that he works 3 to 4 hours per night. Babe, that's 15 to 20 hours max. This is the same guy quotes had trouble garnishing for child support. And now that the percentage increased, he's scrambling with DoorDash runs while saying Stephanie pays all the bills. So again, where is the money going? Then came the only time Drew showed genuine joy, when talking about gaming. His whole vibe changed. Same thing when he talked about gardening, not when he talked about finding housing, not when discussing his kids, just games and weed. That's what lights him up. And that, my friends, says it all. So what does that tell us? Let me lay it out in the clearest, most non-nonsense way possible, because this whole thing is giving textbook dysfunction. We're not just dealing with clueless parents here. We are dealing with people who seem to have made chaos their comfort zone, monetized it, and convinced themselves that accountability is optional. This one isn't your usual, oops, we messed up parenting. This is back-to-back, non-stop dysfunction, and they seem to eat it up. From ignoring their kids' basic needs to screaming on lives to starting fights with strangers online. It's like they breathe drama. Peace doesn't make content. Peace doesn't pull views. So they chase the next meltdown like it's part of the plan. And let's be honest, the louder the mess, the faster the comments roll in. So why would they stop? They're not just addicted to chaos, they're performing it. Everything is a moment to monetize. A toddler crying? Film it. The motel mess? Let's go live. That child struggling with development? Let's make it relatable content. But when it's time to take that same kid to therapy, when it's time to book real doctor appointments, suddenly it's crickets. Nothing. Silence. And why? Because real life parenting, the non aesthetic parts, doesn't trend. It's not clickable. So instead of choosing what their kids need, they choose what the algorithm wants. And that's where the problem starts. They're not just neglecting responsibilities, they're replacing them with ring lights and live stream buttons. This one stings, but it's real. Stephanie cries, Drew plays chill. They both act like the world is just out to get them. But let's be for real. They're not just misunderstood, they are misdirecting. Every time someone points out a genuine issue, they shift the story. Suddenly, they are the victims of hate, of jealousy, of cancel culture. They frame every critique as bullying so they don't have to change. But here's the truth. Calling out dangerous behavior isn't hate, it's accountability. And the moment you turn real harm into a content shield, that's not survival, that's strategy. A bad one. So, yeah, besties, what we're seeing isn't just a mess, it's a whole system they've built. One where dysfunction equals engagement, parenting equals performance, and criticism equals content. And honestly, that's the most dangerous part. So, what happens now? Because at this point, the jig is up and the internet is no longer buying what they're selling. The kids still stuck in that motel room, despite endless housing offers, affordable options, and people literally willing to help them relocate. Stephanie keeps saying no. And for what? Pride? Control? Comfort in chaos? Meanwhile, the kids are the ones suffering. Viewers aren't just annoyed anymore, they are connecting dots. Every contradiction, every lie, every emotional live stream is starting to paint a very different picture. People who once defended them are now double taking and going, wait a minute. The trust? Completely cracking. Even the loyal ones, the day ones, the leave them alone crew are asking real questions. Like, where is the money going? Why deny rehab? Why keep lying? There is real chatter now, not just in the comments, but across TikTok and Reddit about CPS or legal authorities stepping in. Because when you consistently expose minors to a messy, unstable environment on camera, eventually someone's going to make that call. And the wildest part? They used to control the narrative. Stephanie would cry, Drew would shrug, and the audience would rush to defend them. But now, that narrative is slipping. People see through the manipulation. The we're trying our best storyline is starting to fall apart fast. Bottom line? This wasn't just a messy live stream. It was a loud, chaotic, deeply unsettling window into a family that desperately needs help, and not just the kind that comes from YouTube views or viral TikToks. What we witnessed was not just dysfunction, it was a lifestyle built on it. A system of constant excuses, circular logic, and emotional manipulation. Drew didn't just show us his reality, he exposed every crack in the foundation they have been trying to paint over for years. The pad might be burnt, yes, but that's not the least of their problems. The damage here? It's emotional, it's psychological, it's generational. My verdict? Drew's life confirmed what many of us feared deep down but hoped wasn't true. This isn't a couple navigating hard times. This is a family unraveling in real time, with children caught in the crossfire of content and chaos. They don't need another sympathy comment. They don't need another viral moment. They need structure, boundaries, professional help, and adults who act like adults, not influencers, not martyrs, actual grown ups. So tell me, do you think this was rock bottom for Drew? Or is this just another regular Tuesday in Motel mayhem? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to keep following this roller coaster of dysfunction, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because I have a feeling this isn't the last time we'll be unpacking their mess.